Howdy everybody, welcome to today's Pick'ems. Turn that down so it's a nice chill tune in the background there all. But as you can see on today's board we have a healthy selection of games here. Remember to get your picks in, you have to exclamation mark pick and then follow the corresponding letter on the left or right hand column of the matchup that you're deciding to pick. So, as an example, you would put exclamation mark pick and then A, C, E, G, I, and so on and so forth, all the way to the very end. There's 12, so there'll be 24 corresponding letters from the 12 games. Just remember that you have to go through and pick all of them. If you do not pick it correctly or put in the correct details, you will not be registered for your pick. Whoa, that was a quick one there from Hand Lefty, straight out the bat there. Very nice. So have a pick out of the board there. Have a quick look at Hand Lefty's picks. He's gone with the ace to start, which is Stade Rennais, Richmond, Nizhnekamsk. Then he's gone for a slice of Chelsea, into Queen's Park Rangers, into Cuckoo, into the Falcons, into Washington Football Team, into Tampa Bay Buccaneers, into Tennessee Titans, I like that pick, even though I think they might lose, into the Melbourne Storm in the NRL Grand Final there, and he's rounded it out with a bit of AC Milan at home. They're hosting AS Roma in the Milan Roma Derby. Some very nice picks there coming in from Hand Lefty, I don't mind those. But I'll slowly go through and break down everything that's in front of us here. The first game is actually on tonight. If you look at the time slots there, everybody. The first game is Stade Rennais hosting SCO Angers at Rosemont Park. Just a bit of information there. Rennais will be without one of their key players in Niang, who is out with an injury. But Rennais still do have a lot of talent across the board, even though they did also lose their goalkeeper Mendy to Chelsea. But there is some give or take there. It is a rather decent board today. We've got 12 picks going all the way through. We've got Gilondaku coming in with his picks. He's got ACFH, Stade Rennais, Richmond, Yaroslavl, Chelsea, into JKNP, J, Birmingham, Jukerit, N is the Detroit Lions, I like that pick, into P, which is Dallas Cowboys. They need a win soon to get themselves back on track, so that kind of makes sense. Then you've gone with the LV Raiders beating the Buccaneers. That's an interesting one. Then you've gone T, which is the Steelers, V, which is the Storm, and W, which is Milan at home. So you've got some pretty decent picks there. I'm quite happy with those. We've got another one that's coming here from F Summers. F Summers has gone with Stade Rennais, Richmond Tigers, bit of Yaroslavl. Alright, we've got some picks coming in hard and fast right now, everybody. Nice work. Got some very decent picks coming in. We've got the old faithful there in Ness, who's gone ACFG. She's gone away from the ace this week. The F is for Yaroslavl, into a bit of Manchester United at home. J, which is Birmingham City for the upset. L, which is Cuckoo. N, which is the Lions. O, which is Washington Football Team. R, which is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Smart pick there. T, which is the Steelers. V, which is the Storm, which are the favourites at the moment. And X, which is AS Roma for the upset. Interesting. F Summers, you have one pick registered already, man. You can't submit a second one, so your first one is actually going to be the one that gets registered there, my friend. You can only do one. Loving the YouTube content, man. Keep it up. Thanks there, N Monkey. Much appreciated. But what we're going to do now, guys, is we're going to go through. I'll show you my first pick for the first game. And I am actually taking the home side here in Stade Rennais. Stade Rennais will be hosting Angers at Rosemont Park. Even with Niang out, they just have too much talent across the defensive line. I think Angers probably won't score in this game. The midfield control is where it's going to be won or lost or drawn. So Rennais have the better midfield. They control possession better. They pass the ball better. They also have better attacking options than Angers do, and I think Angers do make a lot of cheap mistakes. So that will play right into Stade Rennais' hands, who like to capitalise on mistakes and bad passes. That's kind of like their mantra for football, is to not let these opportunities slide by, and they're very good at it. We're going to be looking at the AFL Grand Final for my next pick. My next pick here comes through, and my next pick is indeed Geelong Cats. Now, a lot of people will be a little bit thrown off by that one, but I think Geelong will just strangle them out of the mid-quarters, exactly how they played last week to make it to the final. Richmond has a very terrible history at the Gabba. They don't score a lot of points where Geelong do. Geelong average about near 100 points a game at the Gabba, where Richmond Tigers struggled to get around the 60-65 mark. So unless they can really bunker down on Geelong, Geelong will be able to put points up. I'm not sure if the Tigers will be able to keep up with this one, chat. Nice bit of gin there, everybody. Galen, have you already done one before? Yes, you did. You can't do 2 picks, my man. Or did you just probably put the same ones in again? Alright, that's all good, man. Just you only have to do it once. We have a few picks coming in here. We'll go through a couple of them. So we have Gorson TV's picks coming with the ADF. The ADF is Stad Rennes into Geelong, into Yaroslavl. Interesting front three there, with Chelsea as the pick over Man United at Old Trafford, into Queen's Park to win at home, into Mecklen-Jökerit. M is the Falcons, O for Washington, R is the Buccaneers, S for the Titans, V for Melbourne Storm, and X for AS Roma on the upset. Very interesting picks there, man. I like those indeed. I think you may have picked a decent handful of games, or you might actually pick me out there. Yeah, Roma upset easy, you reckon? Hey, Commission. So we've got Aurelius Atlas coming in now with the ACFG. The ACFG is the same front that we just saw previously. Actually, it's not. You went AD. Geelong, he's gone AC, which is Richmond. So he's taking the Tigers here. Very interesting pick there. The Tigers are a very up and down side. They can win it, they can also lose it, because they are very inconsistent with how they score points. And at the Gabba, they always struggle. So I'm just going to leave that with you. The next pick you had there, Aurelius, was G, which is Manchester United at home. Logical pick there with the home field advantage. Then you've gone with Queen's Park Rangers at home. Then you've gone with Mecklen-Jökerit at home, taken on by the Falcons at home, followed by Washington at home, followed by the Bucks on the road, followed by the Titans at home, followed by the Penrith Panthers getting the upset in the grand final and Cam Smith last game. Very interesting pick there, Atlas. Very interesting indeed, and you rounded out with a bit of AC Milan at home. That's some pretty decent rounding out of picks there. Alright, we have a couple more picks that have come down here. We've got Medic Ton, who's gone with B, SCO Angus for the upset on day one. C with Richmond Tigers. F with Yaroslavl. Yaroslavl going into Manchester United. J, which is Birmingham for the upset. K with Jökerit at home. QSUW, you've gone Raiders, Titans, Penrith and AC Milan. So you've taken a lot of nice home field advantages there, Medic. You can never go wrong doing that. Sorry, Galen, man. I'm going to start deleting your comments if you keep putting picks in. You've already put your picks in, man, so you can't exactly put in more. So if you keep doing that, man, I'll just have to keep deleting them, because your first one's gone through, and that's enough. Alrighty then, everybody, we are rolling with it here. We got a lot of picks coming through. Loving the YouTube content, man. Keep it up. Thanks there, Summers. Love it. Sub count doesn't work here, HR Midnight. But remember, if you want to get involved in the pick'ems here, guys, just manage to smash that exclamation mark pick'em and then throw in your corresponding picks, as you can get the instructions if you just do exclamation mark pick'em, like pre-Pikachu has done up there. But what we'll do now is I'll get back into my third pick on the board here. So pick number 3 here is coming in, and it is Yaroslavl. Yaroslavl is the better side. Stronger offense, stronger rotations, better defense, better goalkeeping, better goal stop. It'll take a very big effort from Nizhny camps to win this, even if they are at home. Yaroslavl is just far too superior for me. I think you take the better side here. They do have a bit of value. I expect Nizhny camps to drift before this game starts. Yaroslavl will drop. That's it. Tialis. There is a gift voucher if you manage to beat my picks this week. It's $10. And we'll get in contact with you if you are able to win it. Remember, if there are people who tie at the end of this week, we will have a Pez showdown, which means I will put 2 teams on the field and you are randomly assigned a team, and the winner of that team gets the voucher. Anyone see Madrid lose yesterday? Yes, I did. That was very interesting. I said that Shakhtar start very fast in games, and that's exactly what they did. Hey, Galen, man. You've been here a bit, man, so all good. I made time for pickings. Yes, you did, Vivicua. Abu Liasta has put some picks in. ACF is going with Stad Rennes into Richmond, into Yaroslavl. Very nice. Into KNP. JKNP. H is Chelsea. Yeah, there's some very decent picks there, Abu Liasta. I like the AC Milan pick at the end there. I think they have a very good chance of winning that. Okay, Amanta. If you are going to sub, that'll be great, but if you want to keep spamming that exclamation mark sub, I will block you. So with that said, everybody, we are sitting in a good spot. I'm going to quickly show up my 4th pick here. Some would consider this a bit of a homer pick, as I believe Chelsea will start gelling a bit better. Manchester United had some significant outs in this contest. They will be missing Harry Maguire, they'll be missing Mason Greenwood. They will also be missing a few other key components, and I think Chelsea at full strength, especially now Ziyech is at 100%, they're going to be actually starting to play a bit more better football. And when they start to play a bit more better football with the youth and the transition that they're making right now, it's very good for them. It's a very good time for people to be a Chelsea fan. They may have started a bit slow, but they will kick on soon. It takes a good 8 to 10 games for these guys to kind of build the chemistry together, to know where each other is on the field, to start making the passes and the plays that you would expect from the money that's been invested. It's going to start coming. So we have to think about that. And I've gone with Chelsea here, even though it's on the road. Man United, they're just not really overly impressive for me at the moment. They did get the big win against PSG, so this is a definite down spot for them. That's generally what happens after a big upset win. The team struggles in the next game. They have that little honeymoon hangover sort of thing, so it's a very good spot here for Chelsea, who drew and will be looking to draw blood. Alright guys, just got to stop spamming those exclamation marks there. We want to try and catch a hold of people's picks, like Iolabs there. Almost missed his picks. He's gone with the ACF, which is Rennes, Tigers, Yaroslavl, into JK, which is H, Chelsea, Birmingham, Jerkerit. Doesn't work here, there's no such thing as a sub count. Got some very decent picks there too, Iolabs. I like the AC Milan pick as well as the Melbourne Storm pick. Your last two look very solid. The start also looks very strong, in my opinion. Well, Iolabs, you can't do multiple picks, so I'll be deleting that. Lukey is soft, your pick is submitted. You've gone ADF, which is Rennes, Geelong, Yaroslavl, into Man United, into Birmingham City for the upset. K, which is Jerkerit. M, which is the Falcons. P, which is the Cowboys. They've got to win at some point, surely. R, you have the Buccaneers on the road, which are in a very good spot with the Vegas Raiders being completely decimated by coronavirus at the moment. Tennessee Titans at home, which is a 50-50 game, so it could really go anyway, that game. There is a couple of key outs for both teams, so it's going to be very close. V, you have the Melbourne Storm, who are the hot favourites right now. Then you have W, which is AC Milan at home, to AS Roma, who are coming off a big come-from-behind win in the Europa League yesterday. So they have found a bit of scoring form. They were down 1-0. Got to take the Tigers in the final for sure. I don't think so, man. It's Gary Ablett's last game. He's going to be doing everything he can to make sure that they win. And I'm very certain that the midfield is where this game will be won and lost, and Geelong are able to control it much better. Alright, Pax Pataka, you'll be put on a timeout for that, my friend. We are looking here at the next pick from me, which is between QPR and Birmingham. I've actually gone here with the roadside, like some of you have too. I think Queen's Park are definitely capable of winning this one. Alright, labs, yeah, I'll be playing some Pez after this, man, so make sure you stick around to have a look. But we're just going through the pick'ems right now. So Birmingham is my pick here. I've taken them on the road here. They're a very good defensive side. They don't tend to let in a lot of goals, and they will have their chances here to score against QPR. Birmingham are lacking in the scoring department now that they don't have Jude Bellingham anymore, who had a really good goal scored against, played really good football in the Champions League. He didn't score, but he played very well. Pensilvio has come in with the ACF pick, which is Rennes, Tigers, and Yaroslavl into IL. QPR into Cuckoo, M, which is Falcons, into Washington Football Team, R, which is the Bucks. Got some decent picks there coming in from Gaylondo, man. You're going on a timeout, my friend. That's your third time I've told you not to do that. You've already submitted your pick, my guy, so I don't need to put any more in. So I put you on a timeout there. I'm not going to be putting up with spam here, guys. We want to try and catch everybody's picks that are coming through, just so we can break them down a little bit. Appraise Pice, we have BCFG. BCFG is going with Angers for the upset. C, which is the Tigers. F, which is Yaroslavl. G, which is United, into QPR, into Cuckoo. Yeah, you got some very decent picks there, Appraise Pies. You could be in for a good weekend here on the Pick'ems Challenge. Unki Tials, you finally chucked in your picks, my man. You've got Stade Rennais, you've got Tigers, you've got Yaroslavl. Yaroslavl seems like a very heavy pick here at the moment. I hope I haven't influenced people. Alright, you've got some very decent picks there, you Untials. Yeah, that's it, Kamish. We are here for the pick'em, so make sure you get your picks in, just like Priya picked you as. That's his first lot of runs, and he's got the ACF as well. The ACF seems a very popular trio right now. Everybody's heavy on Rennes. There's a couple of outsiders that have taken Angers. Remember, if it is a draw, then this match becomes nothing. L Journal's now in. Beast Interest has his picks. We've got fucking a nice amount of picks here today. Need to update that to be the same. We are now at 37 of 59. of 57. I've got it the wrong way around. I'm an idiot. 39, 57. There we go, guys. Guys and girls, we have it all there. If we could stop spamming merch, everybody, that'd be fantastic. If you don't intend on buying any, please stop slapping that exclamation mark merch. It's getting quite irritating. I'm here trying to catch people's picks, guys, so make sure you're not bolstering it up with a lot of nonsense there. Oran Tiazi, howdy, man. Welcome to the stream. You've got to get your pick'ems in. We have a few moments left, so I'm still breaking down my picks, so I'll get on to my next one after I've said Birmingham. I think their defence holds out here, and they might get a goal on the counter late. I feel that's how that game might go. But I'm moving into the next one here. I've done another pick here. And I'm going with the side that just has a bit more to it, a bit more attack, a bit more aggression, a bit more hunger. That's Cuckoo. Mikkel and Jukurit are a real punching bag in the SM Liga right now. So if you are looking at a team that's probably going to get absolutely smacked this week, Jukurit's probably the one. I'm sticking with the Cuckoo pick here. Cuckoo is the far superior side. There's a bit of money on them right now, so before the face-off happens, there's probably going to be a big dip in their price because Jerkerid are missing a lot of people. They have a lot of injuries, a lot of people out with corona, and they're just lacking a lot of depth. So Cuckoo have a big advantage here coming into this one. Hey, Summers, man. Not doing too much just here with the Pick'ems, man. Hope you're going to join in. I believe you already have, so that's good. That's it, BC Guio. Pick'ems are on. Let's go. The next game we've got on the board here is a personal favourite of mine. I feel that the Detroit Lions are the better side here. They have a far better receiving back. They have a far better defensive line. They have far better... how do you say it? Far better receiving group, whereas opposed to just Calvin Ridley and Julio. The tight end scene for the Falcons is rather non-existent, where the Lions have Hawkinson. They've got AP coming out of the backfield who mixes it up with DeAndre Swift in a nice little 1-2 punch combo. It's actually turning into a really good 1-2 punch combo that people are overlooking right now. Old boy AP seems to be punching in a touchdown every weekend. That's the rules there, or Tiazi. If you follow those rules, you'll be able to participate in the Pick'em this week. But yeah, as I was saying, I think the Lions are starting to find themselves now, and I think they'll be able to get a few wins that are real grinded out kind of wins, and this is going to be one of them. It'll be a close game, unless the Lions turn into their own worst enemy, which tends to happen quite a bit with the Lions. But yeah, it happens. But the Lions here for me are the better side, and that's where I'm going to be rolling this week. The next pick on the board for me, I'm moving away from Dallas because Dallas is just a gross football team right now. It is absolutely disgusting, that football team. And if you think Dallas can beat the Washington football team with Kyle Allen under centre, then you've probably got rocks in your head because Andy Dalton was utter garbage last week. Their running back game is non-existent when everybody's just keying in on Zeke because they have nothing really to challenge them on the outside. CeeDee Lamb's good and all, but it's going to be very difficult. Hey, and Lefty, how's it going, man? We've got a couple more picks coming in here from Next Gen If and Club Clank. We've got the BCF for Next Gen with a bit of a change up from Club Clank, who's gone the ADF. So a bit of against one another picks here. We've got 2 similars, the F and the G picks, 2 Js, 2 Ks. Gone against each other again for NM, OP, QR. SS is the same. UV is opposites, and you both bagged on for Milan. So you've got some very nice picks there together, Club Clank and Next Gen. I wish you all the very best in luck. Ooh, eCirc Apps, you're here, my man. Let's see what you've gone with. You've got the ace to kick things off, so 3 homes. 3 home teams to kick things off, into a road win for Chelsea, you believe, into another home win for QPR, and then a road win for Cuckoo, and then a home win for the Falcons, into a home win for Washington, road win for the Bucks, home win for the Titans, road win for the Storm, really, and W for AC Milan. AC Milan seems like a very popular pick right now, just along with Stade Rennes. So everybody seems to be really hammering Stade Rennes and AC Milan right now. The actual pick count for both right now is sitting at 72% on Rennes for the picks that have come in. And for AC Milan, we're sitting on 80% of the picks are on AC Milan right now. Although we've had an opposition pick here, which is for AS Roma, which I kind of like to see because I like to see people go against what's the public opinion in here. So it's quite nice. You got to go Rennes, surely. Yeah, that's it at Praise Pies. And Vivicua. There's Vivicua's picks. ACF, he's going with Rennes, Tigers, Nizhnekamsk. Into a bit of Chelsea, QPR, Cuckoo, Falcons, Washington. Yeah, very nice, guys. Feel free to go give me a follow over at Instagram, guys. We are just on the verge of cracking 8,000 followers there, so it'd be really great if you can go over and slap another follow on there. That way we can do a bit more giveaways, a bit more interesting stuff. But yeah, big love for anybody who follows this channel and any of my other social media channels. It means a lot. We're going to move into the next one. We have my next pick here, which is going to be another road game for me. I generally don't really like road teams, but this week I'm going very heavy on the road teams. I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are just too good for the Raiders here. The Raiders have been absolutely decimated on the offensive line by coronavirus. They've lost their big left tackle. They're missing key players. While the Bucs are also hurting, the Raiders defense will need to try and stop just way too much on the Buccaneers' offensive side of the ball. Mike Evans might potentially still be out. That doesn't change much when they still have Godwin. They still have a lot of other pieces on that offense. So for all the hate I've given the Buccaneers as a football team, their offense is rather primed to explode whenever Tom Brady can find the ball in the right spot. It's a very good lineup of matches here that I picked. It's really, the Raiders can win because I assume there's going to be a lot of money trading on the Buccaneers before kickoff here, which means the Raiders would be the contrarian pick, which generally works out in the NFL. But I just think there's going to be too much missing for the Raiders, that the way the money is spent before kickoff isn't going to be pertinent enough to stop Tampa Bay from winning here. The next game, as you all know, I am a raging Titans fan. As you can see, there it is right there. There's the Simmons jersey in the background. My man with the big swatted pass in OT last week saved the Titans' backside, and then they went on to win and keep that undefeated streak going. Jeffrey Simmons Jr. is a monster. I said he would be a monster.
Welcome to Ranger HQ.
Welcome to Ranger HQ. Hope you're having a good day, man. Yeah, we all saw Madrid use yesterday, Medic. We are looking at CS Iveside. He's coming with the BCF pick, boating, camping, fishing. He's got a bit of SCO Angers for the upset. C with Richmond. F is Yaroslav, which is another heavy pick by you guys. G with United at home. I with QPR. L with Cuckoo. N with the Detroit Lions. I really like that pick. O, we've got Washington Football Team, another pick that I like. Q, the Las Vegas Raiders to upset. Very interesting, man. What's up, Fopiade? Hope you're having a good day, man. T, we're looking at the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's a very interesting pick, that one, and I'm going to go into that as for the next pick for me as well. You have Panthers getting the upset in the Rugby League Grand Final there, with X rounding out with AS Roma, my man. Very nice picks indeed. Yes, you did make it to Pick'ems this week, ILabs. You were asking all week. It was a bit of a problem for me because I was an M monkey. That's your second time. If you do it again, you're on a timeout now. Stop doubling up on your picks, guys. You can only do it once. I will time you out if you keep it up. The next pick I'm going to go through here, guys, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers on the road to the Tennessee Titans. And we are looking at my pick here, which is the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think the Taylor Lewan is a massive out for the Titans here. The only way we're going to see Flirty, you're on a timeout now too, my man. That's the second time you put your picks in. We are looking at a rather interesting matchup here between the Titans and the Steelers. I think it's going to be very close the whole game, unless there's a bountiful amount of turnovers. Brian, you're on timeout there now too. That's your third time you put picks in. I won't say it again. I will start banning people. You're on a timeout now too. That's your last warning. Alrighty then, we are going to be talking about, anyone see Madrid lose yesterday? Yes we did. We've already talked about that there, Summers. Please don't bring it up again. So we got the Steelers, Vivi Kua, man. You've already put picks in. Please don't double up. The Steelers have a really nice track record in Tennessee. They are going to be without Devin Bush, but they still have TJ Watt, who can sort of go side to side. Not as good as Bush can. But it's very hard to try to keep Derrick Henry down. The man is just a monster. He's a massive unit. And it's going to be very... If the Titans can get that run game going, they're going to be very close to winning this game. I think this is going to be a low scoring... While the Titans secondary is pretty hurt, getting Adoree Jackson back could be huge. It'll take a lot of pressure off Bayard, who's been moving across the field. So it's going to be a very close game. I think it'll be probably somewhere in the range of 24-27, 24-30 kind of thing. So yeah, we'll have a quick look at your picks there. Tieni Meni. We got ACF. You got the Rennes Tigers Yaroslav heavy. HJK, which is Chelsea, Birmingham, and Jerkerit. N, Detroit Lions with the upset. P, Dallas Cowboys. Q, you're going with the Raiders for the upset. T, you have the Steelers. V, you have the Melbourne Storm. And W, you've gone with AC Milan. So AC Milan is a very... It's a very heavy pick from you guys today, which is quite interesting to see. But, you know, the splits are quite interesting. So, yeah. You've done well, chat. You've surprised me a little bit with some of the picks that you guys have up. Those little poo buckets you've put up there, Gorson. Oh, that's funny. I like that. Alright guys, I'm going to move into my next pick, which will be the NRL Grand Final. My pick to win the NRL Grand Final is going to be the Melbourne Storm. I think that the Melbourne Storm have a lot of help from the refs coming in from this one. They also have Cam Smith playing his last game, who's going to be doing everything he can to win. He wants to go out a winner, the same way that his best mate Cooper Cronk did. If he gets the win here, he rides off into the sunset, and that's the end of a glorious career. And every sport loves to have those kind of shining stories, like Peyton Manning, who had his neck problem, came back and won the Super Bowl with the Denver Broncos. Right, we can stop spamming Mad Sam there, McChapter. If we see it again, I will put you on a block. We'll move into the last game here, and I've gone with actually the home side here, AC Milan, like everybody else. I think AS Roma played a little bit doggedly earlier this week against BSC Young Boys. BSC Young Boys had the lead up until the last 20 minutes of the game, where they ate 2 goals. You've already said that there, Praise Pies. We've already talked about that, so I'll be deleting that one there. AC Milan have a bit more talent, a bit more depth. I think Zlatan might be back from his coronavirus stretch for this game, which would be monumental for Milan's scoring opportunities. Roma, I just don't see where their attacking powers are going to come from. I like Hendrik Mkhitaryan, but he doesn't see enough ball to be impactful against Milan here. And for me, I'm just going to be leaving that there with Milan, because I think that Donnarumma's the better goalkeeping situation. And they have a bit more depth and rotation. You've already put picks in next gen. And AC Milan just have a bit more to them here, so... it's a bit of an interesting one. So those are my picks there, everybody. I am going to be leaving you with an extra 4 or 5 minutes to get some more picks in for all those people that have just tuned in. I will put up the explanation on how you get involved with... Stop spamming Insta, please, my friend, or I will ban you. Just make sure you follow the rules here that the Gambino bot's put up for you. So yeah, we've got that. Kamish, you got your picks in. Very nice indeed, man. I like those picks. ADF, you've gone with Rennes, Geelong, Yaroslavl. Changed it up a bit there with a bit of United into a bit of Birmingham City for the upset. Jerker at home. Falcons, Dallas. You've gone with the Bucks into the Titans, into Storm, into AC Milan. So it's very nice picks there, Kamish. Stop spamming that, please, Orientiazi. But yeah, everybody, that was real nice. We've managed to pick up a few new followers while we've been doing this stream. Oh, speaking of the devil, there's another one.
Welcome to Ranger HQ.
Ranger HQ, man. Hope you're having a good day. Hey, Pax Pataka. We got some picks in here. He's gone with the ace, the triple home peak at the start there with Stade Rennes into Richmond, into Nizhnekamsk. Followed up by a bit of road action by Chelsea with home action from QPR. Then you've got a bit of Cuckoo, a bit of Falcons, bit of the Washington football team, into a touch of the Buccaneers, into the Titans, into Melbourne Storm, and AC Milan. So some very interesting picks there, my man. Quite like all of those. Pre-Pikachu, you already made your picks, so you don't need to put them in a second time. keep doubling up on picks, everybody, I will start banning people. One submission is enough, unless you make an error. Everybody else's picks have been recorded. And as I said, if we do have multiple winners at the end of this round of the pick and board, then it goes into a Pez shootout. And the Pez shootout will put the winners against each other in a knockout style tournament of simulated Pez games. You'll be given a random side that our followers vote for, and that vote will then decide the fate of your football team. So you can be very nice with chat, or chat can be very unfriendly. Depends on how they want to go. Mitty Mesley, welcome to the Pick'em Show, man. That's your first pick submitted ever. ACE, the triple home pick. You've gone with HIL, away, home, away, into the Falcons at home, into the Washington football team at home, into the Buccaneers on the road, into... Yeah, very nice picks. Fucking stop saying that shit, guys. Love the YouTube content, man. Keep it up. Thank you very much, my man. Much appreciated. Where are we at now? How long have we been going for? I'm going to slap that uptime button. We've been going for 46 minutes, everybody. Alright, Kamish, you're on a timeout. Told you not to do that, my man. You've already put your picks in. Yes, as Vivikua has just put in there, guys, make sure to go to Instagram.com/realthefade. Then you'll be able to follow. Got to follow that Real the Fade Instagram account so we can manage to get our hands on some more giveaways for everybody while we do this kind of stuff. It's really fun. I love being able to do this for you guys, and the more viewers we get on this, the more people we get following the channel. It is really good. I love the interactions. But yeah, guys, we have spoken here all. So yeah, that's Circaps. We're going to be playing a bit of Pairs today, but I might actually roll into a bit of Road Company after this. I'm not sure. We'll have a look. But yeah, guys, that is the end of today's Pick'ems. I will be stopping the stream there so that I have a cut-off point to put this on YouTube, and then we will get stuck into some games. How does that sound? I will be back very shortly, everybody. Hey everybody, my name's The Fade. Thanks for tuning into this YouTube video. I stream weekly on Twitch at twitch.tv/thefade with a 4 and a 3. Weekdays Monday to Friday, 9:30 AM to 5 PM CET. Be sure to drop by the stream and give it a look.